Hi there! In this video, I'll show you how to use gSender with your X-Carve CNC. gSender is a versatile tool for sending G-code to your machine. If you're accustomed to using easel, you'll know it has the functionality built in, but with significant limitations. With gSender, you can control your CNC using a game controller, or enjoy the flexibility of working offline without relying on an internet connection. It's easier than you think. Let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is go ahead and download gSender. We can find that on the CNC website. If we scroll down, we can see that we have a couple of options: Windows, Mac OS, and Raspberry Pi. I'm going to download the Mac OS version and go ahead and drag that into my applications folder. Okay, let's go ahead and launch that. Once that loads, the first thing that we want to do is go up to the top right and select the firmware option. Within the firmware option, we are using the X-Carve, so let's go ahead and scroll down until we find the X-Carve option. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is set our Z-probe. This is important so that you don't mess anything up while you're probing. So let's confirm that it's 15 millimeters. You should probably confirm that yours is 15 millimeters. You can always change the setting in the future. Okay, so now we can go ahead and connect to our machine. And once we're connected, we can go ahead and unlock the machine. And we can actually start testing it right away. So let's go ahead and jog it. And you see that it should be working on your end. If not, then something may have gone wrong. Okay, so now that we have our machine working, let's go ahead and set up the gamepad. So to do that, go into the options menu and select shortcuts, gamepad, and you'll see that there are a couple of options. I have a Nintendo Switch, and so to connect to it, I just have to turn on my Bluetooth and find it, and there we go. Okay, so now that I'm connected to it, I can go back into the shortcuts menu, select this option and press a button on my gamepad, and it connects and it recognizes it. Perfect. Now that it recognizes it, I can actually move my CNC around. So the cool thing about gSender is that we can actually map our buttons to do custom things. So within that shortcuts menu, we can go ahead and map the functions to do things like homing or specific actions. So remember at the beginning of this video, I said that gSender is for sending G-code to your machine. So the first thing that we need to do is actually get this G-code. You have a couple of options to do that. You can use easel to actually generate the G-code. If you go into the projects menu, scroll down, you'll find the export G-code option. If you want to use something else, I use Carbide Create. You can just save your toolpath and then go ahead and export that. And so once it gets exported, you can load it into gSender, and then from there you can make sure that it looks correct. So right here I'm loading it in, and you could see the 3D view of it. Once that looks good to you, you can actually just run it from the machine. So you can run it directly from gSender. So there was a lot of things that I was not able to show you within gSender, so I encourage you to do your own research and really explore all the cool things you're able to do now that you're using gSender. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.